Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about something I'm very passionate about and something that's pretty much makes me who I am, and that's my choice of a vegetarian lifestyle. So this might help a lot of you out that are, you're just not satisfied with your current lifestyle, eating choices and plan, and I'll kind of just give you a little 101 on what I eat, why I chose this, what are the benefits, what are the complications if there may be with my current lifestyle. I'm 25 years old. I've been a vegetarian since I was 14, so that's about 11 years. Now I don't really like to use the term vegetarian or the label vegetarian just because there's a lot of nitpicky, I guess, certain qualifications to pretty much identify you as vegetarian or vegan or keto or whatever it is. So I don't eat meat. That's all we got. So originally why I decided to go this route, I was 14 years old. How possibly can a 14-year-old make this decision? The reason why I became a vegetarian was at 14, I was just so highly influenced by what I saw, what I heard, what I observed, and I grew up as this kind of chubbier child with a whole bunch of health issues, and it's interesting that I came along this path. So originally I started seeing all these videos come out from PETA on animal brutality, and that absolutely mortified me. If you haven't watched those videos and you want to be mortified, go ahead. So originally that was my decision. I was like, how can I ever eat this? This is terrible what they're doing. How can I trust these people? That's crazy that they do that. I cared for my food. And I think that's when I started getting this intuition with, caring about my food and caring about the world around me and caring about what I'm actually putting inside me. So that started this cascade of curiosity. I can't say that, I started completely healthy. Although I wasn't eating meat, I was eating things like pasta and pizza and bread because that's all I really knew, and I didn't really understand about nutrition all that much. So, I wasn't doing it for any other reason other than I just don't want to harm these animals. And it was about a few months to years that I saw it starting to transform my body in different ways. So I started introducing foods that I was not really interested in as a teenager, like vegetables and fruits and things that I just didn't, and these combinations that I didn't know could exist and be so good. Not till now that I'm older that I'm seeing all the benefits that it has brought to my life. Now I've never had any type of vitamin or mineral deficiency or any hospitalizations or any crazy sicknesses like that. Overall, healthy vegetarian human being. So a lot of people argue that you're not getting the right supplementations, the right nutrition from eating this type of vegetarian lifestyle, but I can argue that because there's just so much that raw, organic, and fruits and vegetables can offer us that, we don't really need to rely on meat to just give us all these, essential amino acids, B12, that all can be absorbed and taken into the body in different ways. The main reason why I decided to continue being a vegetarian and carrying this lifestyle out was just because of the effects that it's had on my body itself. So I noticed a decrease in the progression of my autoimmune disorder that I've had for my entire life kind of just decline. I have this thing called vitiligo, which is an autoimmune disorder that causes your body to basically attack itself in form of your skin. So it starts attacking in the melanin production in the skin so that you're not producing the same skin tone. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I kind of go into a little bit of detail about that. But I noticed that my vitiligo was actually just not progressing. I've had a small spot on my face for pretty much my entire life that's just been getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So do I contribute that to my diet? Maybe. So how can I explain what's actually happening in the body when you're eating meat so that this makes a little more sense, is that our body is made up of cells with these proteins in the membrane that kind of signal the body in certain ways. And when you're eating meat, meat specifically has this thing called arachidonic acid in it, which causes a cascade of pro-inflammatory responses. So can we argue that eating a high meat diet is causing this aggressive pro-inflammatory reaction? We can't argue that, because that does happen. So when you have this just lots of inflammation in the body and a lot of white blood cells coming to fight for any type of infection, it really has no place to go other than fighting itself. So it starts attacking different parts of the body. In my case, it starts attacking the melanin in the skin. So I think it was kind of a blessing in disguise that I eliminated meat from my diet, because I'm preventing any over-inflammatory response from happening. So that was kind of a really interesting thing to kind of find out down the road. As my palate evolved, I started finding out what I liked, what I didn't like. I do this now for no other reason other than it just makes me feel good. Yes, the animal brutality portion is still in my head and it still long affected me, but that's not the main reason why I'm doing it. I like to know what I'm putting into my body, what I'm eating, how it makes me feel, and this specifically makes me feel good. So I eat pretty much everything besides meat. Literally everything. That's a lie. Don't eat any dairy, besides chocolate every once in a while, and honey. And I do eat eggs, but no milk, no cheese. Try to, eliminate the most that I can out of any of these processed, hormone-rich foods, just because essentially it makes me feel really good. I have noticed a change in my body since I stopped eating a lot of dairy. Been getting leaner, my skin's been getting softer, my wrinkles have been a little bit smoother. Overall, I think that I am getting the right nutrition from this lifestyle. So I've been focused lately on intermittent fasting. I don't really eat until about like 11:30, so I don't really have breakfast, but after the gym or after class or whatever, in the middle of class, I'll have a protein shake that has vegan protein, oats, almond milk, and sometimes I'll throw some exciting fruits in there. And so I do that for like a lunch brunch situation. If that isn't the case, I'll do some avocado toast or some eggs or some oatmeal. And then for lunch, I'll usually have a salad or some quinoa, load up on the veggies. And for dinner, I do eat a lot of heavy carbs. I eat a lot of rice and beans because it's just in my culture and it's damn good. So that's pretty much my day-to-day eating, but I've tried it all. And just so to wrap up this entire video, I'm not trying to convince you to switch to a vegetarian diet or any type of diet really. This is all basically about just finding out what feels good for you. I mean, it did take me like 11 years to figure it out, and I'm still trying to figure it out. So this is all just a process, and I really encourage you to kind of do your research and figure out what exactly you are taking in. There's just this whole physical realm on the gut-brain axis, and that's its whole nother topic, and I really encourage you to look into that and basically let food be thy medicine. All right, guys.